Hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build. So this weekend we're building a hill sloping house. It's a modern one and essentially it is located up on a hill that, you guessed it, it is sloping. Wow, I know. Shocking. So this house is on steel beams and I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, oh my god, this is so amazing. This is great. And as I mentioned last week, I did a base game starter house and I did not enjoy it at all. So I was looking for something else to do, essentially to not do the base game starter house because I wasn't having fun. So I was like, let's find something. And I went on Pinterest and I saw that and I'm like, that's amazing. And I never used Pinterest. So it was just on my feed on I don't know how you call it. Basically, when I opened Pinterest, it was there. I'm like, that's amazing. That's perfect. I'm gonna build it. But I hated it so fast. So when I firstly started doing builds in The Sims 4, I would essentially find, how are they called? Floor plans from various sites and I would try to recreate them. So, I would learn the basics. And that really helped me because I had no idea what I was doing. So now I either build whatever I build, from my mind, or I just take inspiration from actual houses online without trying to recreate them exactly. But for whatever reason, because I'm not that good at doing modern builds, I decided, you know what, this is perfect. I have to recreate it as it is. This is amazing. I'm not changing anything. And because of that, I hated this build so fast. And I hated it so much that I decided I do not want to build more of that build and I decided to go back to the starter. So yeah, I felt like back 5 years ago when I started building, and honestly every inch of creativity was lost in me. So I did not really enjoy building this, but I think the end result turned out amazing. I'm obsessed. I love it. However, I did not enjoy it, so I don't know. The last two low pack houses that I did, they were not my thing. So yeah, we shall see. Anyways, the funny thing about this house was, it was from the designer side, I want to say, the architect side, I'm not completely sure, and they had essentially the entire story behind how they built it, and I found it so interesting. So essentially this house is built for an old couple, and if you see the interior of the house you will be like, what? So this is aimed as a retirement home, and I'm like, while seeing the pictures and while building it, I was so confused. Who has so hip grandparents? Because I want to meet them. I only had one grandparent who died a couple years ago, and she lived on your typical classic grandparents' house with furniture from another decade or 5 decades ago. And yeah, it was nothing like that. I'm like, while taking descriptions, I was like, I really would love to move in here. The views are amazing because it's located on a beach, and the sunset, I love it. So good. Everything is so good. Apart from the fact that I did not enjoy building it. Yeah, apart from that. But the end result is good, so I think this is what matters. But definitely not trying to recreate something exactly as I did with this one. I think doing houses from show to Sims, trying to recreate it, is something different. Because there's a challenge there. I see it as a challenge. It was slightly boring, not gonna lie. So yeah, I don't know why I decided to do that. Anyways, in other news, I was, as you can see, like trying to build it here, and I realized that I did not like the white, so I decided to go for more of a dark brown and black. So I will change all the columns, which was such a pain in the butt because it took me forever. And those shelves that you see there, it's because, as you probably saw earlier, I could not make the works look normal, so I felt like they added some structure to the glass roofs, but they also took forever to put in place, so that was great. Also here, as you saw, I did not properly place the roofs, and you can kind of see that the roof in the back is missing its glass, and I will realize it and I'm like, why is that? And I tried to pull the roof to essentially fix it, but the entire game bugs. And then I go back to the game, I rebuild everything, and I do the exact same thing. And I see the roof, I place the fence, I see the roof that is glitching, that time I guess, it was the big roof, and I'm like, again, let's try to pull that roof. And I don't know what I was expecting, but the game crashed again. And the third time, I just placed, I had saved before, like, placing the roof before, moving the roof, I guess. So I was like, went back into the game, I placed the fence, I moved the roof, and then again, the game crashed, and I'm like, why? Every time that I did that, because I tried it like 3 or 4 times, the game was crashing. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. And yeah, I don't know why, but in the end, you will see that the roofs got essentially deleted because I changed the layout and I added, how are they called, walls? So I changed the rooms essentially, so the roofs got deleted, so I had to put them again, and then that bug wasn't happening, which was so weird, and I have no idea what's going on, but I just felt like it was a fun fact to share. So yeah, as you can see, this is the interior, and I tried for whatever reason to mimic the interior of the actual house because I feel like this house has a weird shape and layout, and I really liked it, but for whatever reason I also wanted to pretty much essentially do the same decorations, which I did not really love. Whatever, that's not my point. Like, it has an industrial kitchen, like kinda industrial, very modern, and this is for grandparents. I don't know what grandparents live here, but I want to meet them. Like, I was so shocked. I keep seeing pictures. I'm like, God damn, who has so cool grandparents? Like, I was shocked beyond belief. So yeah, this is the living space, which is fairly spacious, and honestly, I really wanted to use more greenery because like the inside of the house was decorated tropical, and I really like that, so I was like, I really want to do that too. So I was like, yeah, more green furniture that would look, tropical and fun, but because I was using low packs, a few packs, which I forgot to mention which packs those were, I will mention it in a second. I was like, I don't have that many options. So I'm not like really in love with these couches, but I think it was the best that I could do with what I had. So I decided, because this is a modern house, I wanted to use very obviously modern packs. So the packs that I decided to use was Get Together, which is very like Tudor-like, so it's like not very modern, but it has few modern aspects. As for the columns, which is the main reason why I wanted to use that pack, and I think I used a couple more items here and there. I also used City Living, which you will see a lot of, and Get Famous. So I only used essentially 3 expansion packs, which, like, I know I said 3 packs, 1 from each category, but I don't really feel we have a modern, how how is it called, game pack. Like we have, how is it called, spa day, but like, okay, it's cool, but it doesn't have as many items as I wanted that they match the tropical style, so I decided to use 3 expansion packs. Plus I feel like if you're on a budget, I don't know, back on when I was playing Sims 2 and Sims 3, and essentially my father was buying them for me because like I was a kid, I would not choose to buy a staff pack. I would choose to buy an expansion pack, which, fun fact, my father never let me buy late night and university, and how is it called, Sims 2 open for business, and few other packs, because according to him they were like too mature for me. Like, I don't know why. I had to be 16 to buy university. I think, yeah, like, don't ask, 16, 17, something like that. Don't ask, like, how my father thought. That open for business, it was not for me. Late night, it was not for me. I don't recall all the Sims 2 packs, like I have to search it, but I was not allowed to buy so many packs. And obviously, like, I would obviously choose the expansion packs and not staff packs because I didn't care about building at the time. So I feel like if people had the option to buy a pack, that would be an expansion over a staff pack or a game pack. Usually, at least, that's what I did. But yeah, my father, I don't know, like, open for business, that's not for your age. Why? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Which other packs were they? I don't recall all the Sims 2 packs because, well, I had very few. Plus, I would always get jazzed for playing Sims by my parents because they were like, oh, that's boring, why are you playing it? And even when they see me play it now, they're like, why do you keep playing this stupid game? And I'm like, I'm just liking it. And they're like, oh, games are just for kids, you're not a kid anymore. So, fun times. Having a family that, you know, supports you is always great. So yeah, I was not allowed to buy Sims 2 University, Sims 2 Nightlife, or Sims 2 Open for Business. I had pets, seasons, and I think free time. That's all I had from Sims 2, which, like, whatever. But my father would always buy me, like, other games that were more, I guess, educational, if you will, which I don't even recall their names. So it's like, did they really had an impact on me? No, what I keep playing, it was Sims. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not salty at all, please. So a fun fact about the house. As you can see here, I'm putting a second door into this 2x1, 3x1 room. As you can see, it has a guest room, which I already built, and this is the master bathroom. So, the guest room doesn't have access to a shower, which is slightly weird. Because, like, I'm not expecting for guests to have their own bathrooms, obviously. But having a general bathroom that everyone can have access to me makes more sense. So, the master bathroom, which I just built, didn't have a toilet. And the toilet was this one, which was used by the guests. And the master bathroom, and I'm like, this makes zero sense. And I had like the floor plans of the house, so I was not mistaken about it. So I don't know. It didn't make sense to me. Like, I guess, sure, like they're not here to stay 5 years in your house, but like I don't like the idea of you telling them, oh yeah, sure, use my bathroom. You know, but then again, I don't know, I feel like a shared bathroom from everyone would make more sense. But that's just me. I don't know. Whatever. Also, I hopefully will put a link in the description for the site. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do that, because some other simmers tried to put a link to the EA forums for the pads, and they got a, how is it called? Like, not a copy strike. I think it is. No, it's not a copy strike. Like that warrant, like that you have 3 of or 2. I'm not sure how is it called. Whatever. You might know what I'm saying. You might not know what I'm saying. So yeah, I will try to put a link of the site that I saw the build. And yeah, you will see it too. The bathroom makes 0 sense, and the guest room is literally only a bed on the floor. Like, they made this entire house, but they could not make the guest room. I don't know, don't ask me. I was not going to have a plain guest room. So yeah, this is the house. I really like how it ended up looking. I'm really happy with it. Even though I did not have fun, I really like the tropical vibe. And yeah, if you want to download it again, you will need base game, obviously. You will need... what else? Get together, city living, and get famous. I really wanted to have 3 get packs just for stupid reasons, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll have an amazing day, and take care. Bye.